Hello, hello, hello. Sound check. Yeah, looks like stream already started. I'm waiting till my phone will pick it up. Okay, my phone picks this up. Okay, yes. My phone. Cool. Well, Saturday night. Hope you all have a good time. It's important to sometimes give yourself some rest. And when I say rest, I mean when you just can switch off from all your tasks, all your to-do list, etc. maybe for a day or maybe for at least a half day, and it would be cool. Like we did something like that today. We with family went to some museum, then go to some restaurant. Yeah, my candle, it's already come to its end, so it's not full. Then will be next candle. Okay. Yeah, just checking. Okay, no one watching. But if you will watch later, feel free to put some of your comments, questions or asks. Again, because of not like specified for 100% nature of those streams, yeah, we can review some of your questions or problems. Believe me, it could be very interesting. I will not use term useful because because what is useful for one will be not useful for another. I understand that this interesting is the same story, but at least if interesting is for one person, it's already interesting. Okay, because all the persons are not same. Yeah, I put my watch to charge because they just died. Yeah, they hardly keep a day of charge, maybe slightly more than a day. But if I'm not charging in the same time of the day, sometimes they go and say, okay. Yeah, it's smartwatch. So watch with some brain, let's say. It's not with brain, but with some operational system. And it measures a lot, and it could remind me a lot. It's connect to my phone. You can control something, etc., etc. So about the watch, I have Samsung watch, I have Samsung phone, and I thought that I will use my watch much more, but in most cases I just use them to see what time is it. Sometimes I use it to control music when I'm not close. Maybe the most, I tried a lot of things. I tried let's say all the health metrics, and even what I use every day. I see how many steps I did or how many active minutes I had, etc. So it's pretty simple to see on my watch screen. But other than that, I try to do some small recordings of notes in audio file, also transcribed. It's not too useful. What is useful for me is to use it with my camera app, especially for video, for photo as well, when you need to set up your camera or your video and then make a photo or start a video. Not always you can see the phone screen, and not always you want to touch your phone because it will shake it slightly and photo quality will reduce and video will start with post shaking process. But starting, stopping on screen of the phone, it's very cool. In many cases, I also used to make just photo my voice. I could say capture or smile. It's default phrases, words, yes, and it will do a photo. Sometimes I use my pen, S Pen, Samsung pen. It has some button, you can just click it and it will shot you. Maybe it's the same as a multiple of that remotes, Bluetooth remote, when you click button and make a photo. But for me it's not as useful because pen is always with me. Those features I need to bring with me. So yeah, and watch with me a lot of times. Unless I forgot to charge it, it's with me, and it could be useful in it as well. Yeah, also sometimes on the watch I look the current date. It's visible on my face screen, so it's simpler than taking out my phone. Yeah, everything which makes you use your phone less is good thing. Because we all becomes a phone addict. And it doesn't mean you need to watch some reels on social media to be phone addict or play games or whatever. Just check in, sometimes check your phone for some messages. Already you're a phone addict. Or check even emails or something else. You can say, oh, it's important for my work, but believe me, it's phone addict. You can check your emails on your computer, laptop, and not every few minutes. And if your work requires you to respond to letters in few minutes, then you will have some specialized alarms or some software or whatever. So yeah, it's only a small percentage of people who really need it. So give me a second to drink some water because I feel thirsty. Okay, I think we can return to the stream. So last time we tried several things with our glasses. Yeah, we use some glasses front, which actually becomes some nodes object where we use image to put something on the glass surface, and with that always my light, point light. How to make it bigger? Maybe I need to just use more power. I believe that our so we just looking how our diagram is looking. Yeah, probably we need to hide something. It's still very dark for some reason. Maybe the point light is not so powerful after all. Yeah, no changes. If we do sun, it's good, but from the different side. Why it's so? Let's move the sun. And it's still from the different source. It's nice that we have our lightest point, but actually it's sun. Oh, come on. How to move it? Okay. And you see strokes for some reason not enabled again. Let's enable our keystrokes. So now you could see what I'm pressing. Yeah, I believe it should light more. Sun, color. Make it more sun and go. $180. Okay, at least it show our texture under the sun, and you could see if you will look from it, it really looks like it's integrated, but as we discussed yesterday, it's not sufficient for us because we need not only it looks like texture, but it should be a texture, so we need to use node for viewing, which is totally fine for multiple things like animation, video creation, etc, or photo. So yeah, it looks pretty cool, you see, but it will not work for us because we need actual geometry placed. For that we need to use displacement in the properties, in the modifier. So yeah, let's try to do that. What we can do, we can select that glasses front, see its texture, material, we probably could remove it, and that's it. Now it's removed. Okay, so let's ask our Blender a few questions, and about few questions we need displacement modifier. Okay, I have my keyboard here. Hello, I need a 3D print. Glasses. I want to apply circuit board displacement on them to have some geometry. It's like but I don't want to apply it for the whole surface, only on the front. But we can do this. Okay, I did few mistakes, but ChatGPT understands me. It's like human in that case. Unless you do some critical mistake, it will understand what you mean. Combination of vertex group and displacement modifier. Okay, it's nice to know. Prepare, load your glasses model into Blender, ensure sufficient geometry. The displacement modifier works best with dense mesh. If your glasses are low geometry, you need to subdivide the front surface. Edit tab, press A. Okay. You see, it's also another way of creating, adding more dots, lines, and everything, surfaces. So basically, divisions. Not only applying subdivision modifier, but just go and operate subdivision in edit mode. Let's see what we have from modifiers. We don't have any modifiers, and if we go to edit mode, if we will look, hello, we have some geometry, but I'd say it's not sufficient. So let's select all. Okay, let's select all. Maybe to select in all, we just use that X-ray, so Alt Z. What it do, it allow us select on not only, so it's make everything which is hidden by the surfaces visible. So let's just go and click subdivide, and in that menu here we have ability to say how many number of cuts we could do. So maybe we could add 2 or 3 or 4. 5 should work. Okay, Alt Z. Okay, we will see if results will be ugly. We probably can add more, maybe just to selected surfaces. Okay, create a vertex group in front for front surface. Select the front faces. In edit mode, select the front faces of the glass where you want to apply the circuit board displacement. You might want to use C. Box select, easily grab the necessary faces. We'll try that. Okay, let's try do that. So we go to surface mode and we just go and select everything. And if we start moving, it shows that we select everything. And that's happened because we have that mode on. So Alt Z, and select once again. And you see, now we mostly selected everything we need, but not everything, because from above not everything is visible, like those one. Because it's not visible, we haven't selected. Okay, let's just take C instrument, C tool, okay, and let's just add more selection. Okay. How to like don't make undo, Control Z. Okay, let's do it from this side. Okay, from this side it will be on my nose. Yes, maybe I don't want it on my nose. What if I choose extract C? No, extract, subtract C. Okay, even in the subtract mode I need to press Shift C. And again Shift C. You see, something is selected, maybe somewhere. Interesting. Let's try Shift C again. Maybe it's something we couldn't see. Okay. So basically we remove every node where we don't want to have our modifier applied. C, Shift C. Let's make it smaller. Okay, from here it looks good. Here it looks good. Here, maybe we want to select those, yes, because it's top. It will not be bad to have that on top, because it's something camera can catch if it will be on top. And that one, okay. And let's continue. Select everything on top and everything on top. Now just slightly move it into that direction again. Select everything here, select everything here, and we selected some extra. And by some extra I mean here, because we don't want to select inner. Okay, from this side as well. Oh, come on, what I did. Edit, undo. Okay, looks better. Just unselect those one. Okay, I pressed numpad number 1. From here we also want select C, unselect everything we see here just by for any chance. Okay, overall it looks much better now. Too big selection. Accidentally again selected something here. And let's select here as well. So here we just remove something to allow possible glass to go in. Okay. Hey, what's going on? Undo. Okay. Undo is cool stuff. I don't know what people will do without undo. But undo is possible only in computers, not in real life. So I know that many people want undo in their life, but it's not so simple, so simple and so possible in real life. So it requires us to be more responsible in our real life than here in computer. There are multiple jokes from developers that it would be cool if we can save like in computer games and then restore the progress if something go wrong. No. Okay, so I'm a little tired of doing that. We already selected a lot of things. What I think interesting, if we need to add more geometry later, should we repeat all over this all over? I wasn't sure that there are much more simpler ways, but we just doing what ChatGPT said us with some simple experiments, like to use C to select. It's something I could understand myself, but if you use Shift C, it will deselect. I played slightly and I found it out. For me, it was pretty self-descriptive because I know that if one command doing something in many cases the same command with some modifier key, which is Shift Ctrl Alt on Windows keyboard, will do something opposite or will extend the functionality of this key. So in many cases I even try something before looking into the documentation or asking, because it's generic pattern, and there are so many generic patterns in. Okay, the last time I remove this, and I can deselect it because it's because it's kinda hidden from me, or what? Okay, some small displacement shouldn't be an issue. Maybe just here. Okay, let's stop here. So our next step, assign front faces to vertex group, object data properties, triangle icon. Do you see triangle? Okay, scene. Okay, probably it's not triangle. Oh, that one. Vertex groups, data object properties. Okay, under vertex group, click plus, and we call it front, and we click assign. I click it multiple times. Deselect, select. Okay, looks good. So what is the next? Add a subdivision surface modifier, optional but recommended. Again, subdivision, go to modifier, subdivision modifier, set level around 2 to 3, and then displacement. Okay, so let's try. Let's go back to, okay, let's even stay in the, let's see if we can apply subdivision surface modifier. Okay, Blender is not responding. And my image also haven't responded as well. Nice. Probably we need to close the Blender. Okay. Let's see if my image will be restored. Canon camera. I have a Canon and Samsung. It's, like those wars which were before. What is the better, Samsung or Canon, or iPhone, or what is the better, Nikon or Canon, for example? Okay, you probably saw for a little my screen with different camera, which is still alive. that camera doesn't want to work. That camera doesn't want to work. Okay, anyway, today, yeah, we have discussed how important to allow yourself some rest. Yes, also we discussed how, okay, so now okay, it's restored. So Blender, when it's too busy, it's killed my camera. Good to know. Okay, so what we discussed, that it's important to sometimes provide you some rest to switch, and it could be something which is not in your to-do list every day. Like, it's nice if you're doing something every day and got a lot of pleasure from it. Yes, you're doing this willingly and really enjoying what you're doing. But sometimes I think it's still important to just do something else, which also enjoyable, and but it's completely different. And just try not to come back to what you're doing every day. It will allow your mind to switch slightly and then be even more productive. And probably it's better to spend this time with your family, with your loved ones, with your close people. Yes. So yeah, and also we again tried to ask ChatGPT to tell us how to do displacement, like how to do displacement modifier. We did some work, like we prepared a vertex group and so on, but when we tried to apply some modifier, yeah, Blender decided to hang on that operation. So we'll continue next time. Hopefully we will be able to apply some circuit board image. It's not so simple, as I thought. Maybe it will be simpler for someone. You just do all the instructions very clearly, probably choose the proper image for circuit board, and that's it. For us, you see, we tried, we have some success, we have some results, but then we need, it's a small step back. So we already spent some time on this. But it's fun. I'll spend slightly more. Hopefully I receive the circuit board image, and then I could add something more like heart, or several hearts, and maybe some text like romantic developer. And yeah, then I'll try to print it. So it's our plan of what we are doing. But talking, we could talk about everything we want. So yeah. Okay. Have a great time of your day, and of course, live your good life with love, with coziness, and spread it all around yourself. See you next day tomorrow.